Okay, we're going down to the basement. This is a disaster area. I just got my basement fixed this year. And I had water seepage for many years. And it was terrible. And I really couldn't get down here and do anything. So the project for today is to start to clean and sort. Get things ready for the dump. Get some things organized, make it so it can be somewhat of a working basement again. Every now and then with the water seepage, things would dry up and I could do paint projects down here. And then a couple years ago, well, I guess it was last year, I got water infiltration that I just could not keep ahead of. And so basically had standing water in my basement until I got it fixed this year in early September. So once upon a time, we actually had living space down here. We had a bedroom and then a makeshift bedroom that my husband made for my one son to separate the two younger ones. And this was my husband's man cave, and it was all enclosed and whatnot. But yeah, I know it looks terrible. And I'm not going to be able to, do much today except for organize and then clean. I've got to get things sorted and put in piles and then try to give this floor a good sweep. I'm going to put my laundry in, get that started. And I got my computer sitting there so I can put a podcast on. And then I'm going to get to work. So, we've just come around back to the stairs again. And I'm going to get going here. Okay, I got started. First thing I did was break up a piece of drywall that had been sitting there forever and needed to be broke down, got rid of. So I just scored it and broke it into little pieces, put it in those bags. And I'll just toss them in with my weekly garbage, small bag by small bag. But kind of thinking how I want to do this. I know the light down here is terrible. I actually need some electrical done because my one light, that one right there, turns on sometimes and doesn't turn on sometimes. So something's going on with that. But this is, as soon as you get to the bottom of the stairs, that's where I am right now, bottom of the stairs, this is the first thing. It's just this corner with junk just piled up, things that have to be broken down, put it with the garbage, recycling, plastic that my husband had used in his man cave with insulation that I tore out because of the mold that was occurring and had to get it all cleaned up. Just some shelves here with random this, that, and the other thing. I don't even know what half the stuff is. So my plan for right now to get started and make this look a whole lot neater. And I have to, of course, figure out ways that I'm going to dispose of things. And there's stuff here I just don't need. I don't have any idea why I'm hanging on to. Well, one reason is it's been so wet down here until the basement repair that you couldn't even come down here and work. So I'm going to get going on this corner. This is my before, and hopefully next clip will be an after. Okay, well, I cleaned this corner. It's looking way better than it did. I had been just stuffing things there, and I had lots of stuff that belongs elsewhere, like paint stuff and just things that I do want to get off to the thrift store that have been kind of piling up. And I could probably even thin this down more, but this is okay for now. This is just kind of overflow pots and pans, some Christmas stuff, a box of a item I just bought, so keeping the box for now, and a pot that I want to fix, decor that I'm not quite ready to part with. I might be by the time I'm done this basement project, but we'll see. And see, I got lots of empty shelves. Probably don't even need all these, but we'll just see. I mean, I've got another 3 corners of the basement to do. Water, I'm rural. Sometimes our power goes out, and that means I don't have running water because I'm on a pump. So I have to always make sure I have water on hand. And what I did do was, I still have that basket there, I got to cut that plastic down or fold it down, put it into bags to get out with the recycling. And then there's some old flooring in there I got to decide what I'm going to do with. And in that garbage pail, it's the grandkids' pool that comes in and just gets stored, cleaned up, stored there for the winter. And the rest of the basement's still as messy as it was. And then over here, this is where I've got bags of garbage, bags of recycling, an old dehumidifier. I got another old dehumidifier, needs to get to the scrap. So but I feel like I'm making a start. Like I said, this basement hadn't been cleaned properly since last October, even before then. I'd like to eventually, once I have it all cleaned out, paint the floors, paint the walls. I'm not going to do much down here. I'm not going to finish it, but just make it so it's, if the grandkids want to come down here and play, they can. They used to, once upon a time, ride their bikes around and stuff like that. So kind of get it back to that state again, and get all that plastic off the ceiling and whatnot. Just give it a really good clean, make it, much more habitable. So I am going to go eat my lunch and let my back rest a bit. And I'm not even sure if I'll be doing any more. Today we'll see. My back's hurting, and I sometimes think I'm capable of much more than I actually am capable, but I'm happy with the progress that was made, and so the goal is progress. So that's going to be it for me for now. I may or may not be back for another part. Okay.